They say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 8. First carry now for David Montgomery. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The Bears at 2-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Down to first carry for Chase Edmonds. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Caught here by Griffin. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action, now it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 50, here's Fields. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Tua going to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Caught by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Fields. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Tua now on first down. He'll swing this out to Mostert. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Tua now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 2nd and 7, Tua dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now it's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bears take over the 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it.
Touchdown, Chicago! Justin Fields with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them. You let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running left, Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Fields. Man open. That's Byron Pringle complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Tua. Open man is Waddle complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Okay, ready?
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now a give to Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you can go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready, play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tagovailoa. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Second and 10. Tua to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. All eyes on Fields. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. A gain of 3, second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll run with Montgomery, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and we will play on here in overtime. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Tua. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now Tua. He's got Connor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go, set. Right, 97. Going through the rail.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on fourth down.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished.
It's another one.